You are watching this video because you are interested in my story. So I'm filming it really quickly on my iPhone, so excuse the quality, and I am going to be reading my story from a paper. So don't mind me while I look away while I read. So this is my story. In 2008, I was 24 years old, newly married, working as a personal trainer and living in San Francisco. I should have been happy, but I wasn't. Everyone always commented on how thin and healthy I looked, but inside I was a mess. Even though I looked thin on the outside, on the inside, a battle with my weight was raging. I was terrified of gaining weight, and because of it, I was constantly dieting, restricting, over-exercising, and judging myself. On the outside, I seemed completely put together, healthy and fit. But on the inside, I was a ticking time bomb. What I was doing to myself was unsustainable, and I knew it. I could not keep treating myself this way. I was constantly exhausted and sore, and either starving myself or binging uncontrollably. There has to be a better way, I thought. A way for me to eat foods that taste good without the guilt and without the fear of gaining weight. There has to be a better way for me to actually eat the amount of food I want to eat, which was a lot, by the way, and not hate myself for it. There has to be a way for me to stop obsessing over food because I'm always either too hungry or too full. I wanted so desperately to finally just feel fracking satisfied for a change. And yes, I just used the word fracking. This cannot be the only way to look good, I thought. Then I came across a book called Skinny Bitch, a book written by a former model that introduced me to a vegan diet, and I thought, this is it. This is the answer I've been looking for. It wasn't the first time I had heard of or tried a vegan diet before, but the way they talked about it in the book just resonated with me so much that I knew I had to try it again. But knowing myself, I needed support. I needed my husband to try it too. But getting my cheese and ice cream loving husband to go vegan was not going to be easy. Or so I thought. I told him I wanted to try going vegan for a month, and I asked him to read Skinny Bitch, and you know what? He was completely on board and wanted to do it with me. To this day, I'm so grateful that he was open-minded enough to read a book called Skinny Bitch for me and then change his diet overnight. So we went vegan cold turkey overnight. We committed to 30 days, no meat, no dairy. And you know what? It was easy. I made and ate things I never allow myself to eat. Unless I was binging, of course. I ate chocolate chip cookies, sandwiches with processed vegan meat and cheese, among other things. I allowed myself to eat what I wanted, as long as it was vegan, guilt-free for an entire month, and it felt amazing. It was so completely freeing. And you know what? By the end of the month, I had lost 10 pounds. I was hooked. I thought I had found the secret to sustainable and healthy weight management. I thought my emotional eating days and my fears of gaining weight were a thing of the past. But I was wrong. The thing is, going vegan is very easy. But it turns out, staying vegan is hard as fudge. That's right, I just used the word fudge. The more research I did into a vegan diet and health, the more my old fears and judgments came back. It was no longer good enough to be vegan. I had to be gluten-free vegan. Then I had to be raw vegan. Then I had to be low-fat, high-carb vegan. And then it was whole food, plant-based vegan. As the years went on, I kept cutting out foods out of my diet. Soy's bad for me. I guess I can't eat that anymore. Nightshades are poisonous. I guess I had to cut those out. Gluten is from the devil. Definitely can't have that. Guess I'll just eat lettuce. My diet got more and more restrictive, and my old destructive patterns came back full force. I started restricting, dieting, judging, and binging again. The truth is, there's so much misinformation out there about what you're supposed to eat on a healthy diet, especially a healthy plant-based diet, that it's not surprising that I fell back down the rabbit hole. I fell for all the fear-based health information out there. And I watched so many people question their vegan diet and ultimately abandon their plant-based lifestyle because it just became too restrictive. But for me, quitting was not an option. You see, my husband, the cheese and ice cream loving one, went vegan with me and never looked back. Adopting this lifestyle was easy for him and he never once questioned it. And I thought, if he can do it, then I can do it. No way am I going to let him succeed in this lifestyle without me. I can be stubborn that way. So I started questioning some of the rules I had about what it means to live a healthy vegan lifestyle. And I started incorporating back all of those off-limit vegan foods that I was avoiding, and I started really working on myself and my false beliefs. And slowly but surely, I healed myself. I learned to choose foods from a place of abundance and joy. I learned to love myself and forgive myself. I learned to enjoy my food and stop judging myself. I learned to trust in my body, and I learned the true meaning of health and wellness. And now, I'm ready to share what I've learned with you. Now, I want to help and support you because a plant-based lifestyle truly is the best lifestyle there is and the most direct path towards health, hands down. And I can help you thrive on plants.